I have not had a chance to use the Officer Carbine with Dum Dum ammo since the Dum Dum ammo got added to the Nagant Officer in 1.14. So I've decided it's time to actually give it a go. And oh my, I am back in love with the Officer Carbine. I just forget how good it is. I constantly forget how good it is. And kind of pass it up a lot of the time for guns I'm typically more favourable for. But I've got to say, this is such a fun gun. Little head tapper, and yeah, it's great. I'm also using the kettlebell conversion with Dum Dum. The only reason I'm using it is because I wanted to get unlock the uppercut during these games, and the first time I saw oil was right at the right at the very end, and I finally unlocked it right after my my session. So you know, that is what it is. So intention was to use uppercut. Conversion is what you get. Now, I have never been that lucky to just walk up to a complex and just see some guy standing on the roof. Not this early in a game. This is literally, I've got one clue. I've run down here. Yeah, I don't know. These things happen. I feel awful by it. I think as a new hunter, can't say for sure, but hey, it really is a head dinker though, this gun. It's so fun to play with, so fun to just tap people's heads. It really is. I'm not the best aim in the world, but for some reason with this gun, my aim seems to be better. I think it might be the sights. I don't know. Anyway, we move on. We move on down to Forked River. On my way towards the boss area, which was prison. I'm just going to make a pit stop at this wagon here. I'm glad I paused here, because I was going to take out the chickens. But that's when I realised I heard someone. People running around. Now I probably could have taken a shot here. I'm actually glad I didn't. I think if I did, they would have ran back inside and been a little bit more, you know. But because I didn't, people pushed out, which suited me. This was one of the first times I've been playing solo since before Christmas, pretty much. So, yeah, playing solo again really meant I held back a little bit more. Got the sense that he was at the wagon, and that told me everything I needed to know. Like, people aren't expecting it, that it just is so good at quickly dispatching people. I was flicking between grounded and demented in this bit, primarily. Okay, moving all up to prison. I saw someone running up the hill a little before this. Which is why I'm being a little bit careful. Lots going on, and I wanted to join in. But I heard the footsteps moving. Two people killed each other. Obviously he got up. Why he was running at me with a knife when I was outside, I don't know, but hey, I'm not going to complain. Yeah, people are dying inside, so you know, I do go and check what's going on inside. One person picks up, goes away, which I don't blame them, and yeah, everyone was dead inside. It was clear, so yeah, after dealing with this solo here, I pretty much just head inside and that's it. We get the bounty and we get out of there. Now I will say you will want to hang around for the last game. The last game in particular was very, very spicy. So this game, yeah, moving on up here. Now I knew people were here. Scrap was inside. I had heard people over northwest, northwest. But I didn't want to alert them. Taking my time. Not a massive fan of crouch walking that much anymore, but sometimes it's a necessity. So I couldn't work out if they had been in, or they're holding back, or they're waiting to ambush. You know, it wasn't really making much sense. They weren't, you know, nothing was obvious. I had a feeling they were in that building up the top, which is why I'm keeping a bit of an eye on it. Why I decided to sit here outside, I don't really know. There's no strategic input apart from wanting to watch that bridge. And it's a little bit easier to watch from out here. But it is a lot more dangerous. But it pays off. It really paid off. Still red though, so it's a duo. And there you go. The obligatory barrel of the gun through the window. You do have to watch out for that sometimes. You know, bomb lances through doors, barrels through the wall, silencers through a window. And yeah, scrap peek. So I hear people, well, I hear something, and I'm a little bit like, what's that? What's going on? What's going on over here? And it's a bit dangerous poking my head out of this window, and there we are. Got one hit off them. Seems to be only a solo, but back there's a little Vesely Deadeye. But we got ourselves back up, and yeah, this is an interesting spot. This you'll find on a lot of buildings where there's a second floor and a bit of a rim. You can kind of do this. hover on the edge. You are meant to fall off. You're not meant to be able to do it, but you can at the moment, and it's, well, it can be a little sneaky spot. Except I fell off. You have to hold down. So yeah, kind of annoying. I couldn't shoot through that gap because I feel like I would have hit them. But we got the kill either way. Spotted him down the stairs. Got the hit. And a nice little drop down with a hip fire. Love using the map. The map is what this game's all about, you know? Use the map to your advantage. That's why I do the map videos. You know? I love moving around and just trying to get those funky angles and all that kind of thing. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so last game of the day. This is going to be a little bit longer one. I finally got my uppercut, as I was speaking about at the beginning of the video. So on my way into that, I actually see, maybe it's just here. Yeah, right there I saw a flash of a flare through the trees, which told me everything I needed to know. It told me there's people at Scupper. I potentially need to be worried about that. However, being attacked by a barbed wire armoured kind of meant I had to shoot my own flare and make my own noise, which, you know, does suck, but we do what we must. So I'm concerned primarily about if anyone's, you know, coming from Scupper. And right there, I hear the crossing. I hear the water. That I was listening out for. I was so upset about my aim. My aim just, after the first like 3 shots, I was frustrated, and then I missed all of them all. So yeah, that should have been an easy dink, and I completely whiffed it. But you know, it happens. So I didn't spot him until he shot me. Luckily, now I realised halfway through my clip there that I was panicking. Like I was shooting, I wasn't thinking. As soon as I stopped, actually aimed and timed it, that's when I got the kill, and that's when I was like, okay, you can do this. You know, you can dink people. You know how to dink people. Just calm down. Get the headshot. That's all it needed. That's all it needs. You have to not panic, and that's the big. I think that's the biggest thing when you're in gunfights. Don't panic, and you'll be okay. Theoretically, that's what you got to tell yourself. Doesn't always matter. Doesn't always the case, but you know, either way. So we're gonna move on over to Darrow. It'd been a lot more helpful if I had my my demented perk, but so we've got some shooting over at Ash Creek, and yeah, this is the boss. Even though this is a boss, I always like to try and get the clues anyway, just for the added cash and, you know, in this case event points, although I am done with the event. And I actually had 4 out of 4 whatever they're called. I can't remember what they're called half the time, but I had 4 out of 4, so didn't actually need them. Again, I kind of wish I took the time to go get the Demented pack with the double melee. All the packs, I haven't really spoken about them on my channel this time round, but I think they're all pretty equal. I think they've all got their uses, and for the first time it feels like they're actually all balanced, which I really like. It makes choosing between them an actual choice. And playstyle choice that feels good. I've been going to the Demented pack a lot more recently, just the double melee damage just is really nice to have for taking care of mobs and AI. But I really like the teleporting, it's just fun. So I always trap this river, always trap this water, just do it. Every time, always do it. The amount of kills I've got from people trying to walk through that is insane. It is the best place to trap in this complex, hands down. There's nothing else is better. You can't see it. Just, if you're ever walking down there, you gotta be careful. You really gotta be careful. So we have people approaching. I was trying to work out where they were going to enter, or if they were going to enter. Lovely little crack, by the way. Useful. There's so many cracks in this building, it's kind of scary. Now, I've got to be honest, I wasted my consumables way too early in this fight. And we have two teams. Gotta love it. And they're starting to fight each other, which is even better. That was a dirty and cheeky. That was a little bit like, ooh, hi, opportunistic, you know. Yeah, I felt bad about that one. I completely forgot that girl was there. I just realised I was looking for at the end of this fight. I was looking for people to loot for some time so I could see around me because. It got spicy. I forgot about that one. That would have been useful. So yeah, we got four more people around. I can't work out if it's like a couple of teams or mostly solos. Seem to be a lot of, but you know. So we've got people south, we've got people sort of northeast. Everyone's a little bit spread out. Everyone's been sneaky. Or trying to be. Now, to me, that was a headshot. Still got the kill. Not complaining. To me, that was a headshot. Someone sneakily perked up right at the really far back, about across the river. So it looks like we've got another 4, even though I killed one. See, I love the Dum Dum. It just completely controls situations. It was really very kind of them all to, you know, not attack. Being patient. So another kill northwest. Just checking the body down there. Anyone obvious? I'm pretty much staying on this top floor because I know that the only entrance to the bottom floor is trapped, or the basement is trapped. So I can pretty much cover all other entrances from this top floor here. Now we've got a lot more people southwest. And already I've burnt through my 10 seconds. So lucky that I was just sitting there. I mean, I kind of heard them just outside the door, but it was lucky. He just walked in and it's a really nice little angle. Both there, both here. Again, simple. Another one pushing in. No dramas. So two people theoretically left, both of them sitting far away, both in rain, where there's almost no visibility. I have a pea shooter, very good pea shooter might I add, but I've got a pea shooter, and yeah, they're playing very, very stealthily. Luckily I had a beetle. Trying to work out where this guy is, and I figured probably behind here. I've sat on top of that mound before, and there he is, trying to melee a beetle out of his range. So 5 minutes passed of just them being out there, and finally one approaches. Which gave me everything I needed. Because quite frankly I needed some time left. I needed some more seconds to work out where this other person actually was, because I've got to be honest, I was getting fed up. So out the back there, and because I figured this is a solo, I needed to wait really, and just take care of this person first before I go and deal with the other person, because boy oh boy was I ready to just get out of there. And so yeah, and the great thing is that gave me another 2 seconds. Now I kind of figured that meant they were burnt out, but I couldn't see the the little message confirming that they were burnt out. So yeah, I figured they quit. I was like, alright, fine. And yeah, so we just had that one person left. And then yeah, I was like, what can you do in this situation? It's either just leave or go attack them, because they're not attacking. It's clearly the case. They were waiting for me to leave. They're waiting for... I guess they're waiting for me to leave. But that's the thing. I don't like to leave. I don't like to run away from a fight. I've got to be honest. Just checking my... why am I checking? Oh yeah, I was checking that my... I could actually hear people in my headphones. Yeah. So... it was time. They were sitting out there, trying to work out what they were doing. Sneaking around back there in those woods. And I'd had enough. I'd been waiting around for too long. I was getting bored. I needed to go and take care of the situation. Now they were running away, it seems, because they'd fallen right back across the water. Honestly, that tree. Those bees also hit the water, which I was very upset about. Otherwise that would have been perfect. So, missing shots. After this long, I was like, oh come on, don't let this be. Don't let this be the reason I don't win this match. And now we had the bush game going on again. And I could like, you know, I could see him. The problem is this distance isn't quite good for the Officer Carbine. Like, it's just a tad too far to really make the most of, you know, make the most of it. You can certainly still get kills, of course, but yeah, it was kind of hard to get any proper dinks in from here. And I kind of figured that, like, this is very much a short range to medium gun that you totally can snipe with. Like, you get the Deadeye and this and it is definitely like a really great short range sniper-esque gun. So you totally can do it. It's just in this situation it wasn't working for me, and I knew I had to get closer. Luckily I can keep tapping him every now and then, you know, make some fall back, make some heal. Just got two nice little taps on him there, allowed me to move forward. But again, bushes in my way, couldn't quite work out. He was right to my left there, and again missed him again, and I finally got him. And I was like, cool, well, that's it, that's everyone, right? Must be everyone. You know, that's the last person I saw on the dark side. The amount of cursing that was going on right now in my mind was a lot. The fact that I'd pushed out to get the one person remaining, and then suddenly some person decided to take that opportunity to push in. I was like, oh, someone's being really opportunistic, and I don't like that. I was like, nah, you're not doing it. Realised they were underneath, and I just remember what I put down there at the beginning of the fight. The trap pays off. Every time. The trap always pays off. I'm telling you, I told you this earlier, I'm telling you again. Always, always, always put a trap there. If this is the boss and you're defending it and you have a trap, you put it in that water. Right there. Best trap placement you will ever have. Just, yeah. Do I need to say any more? Overall, look. Officer Carbine with Dum Dum. Oh, it's so good. I love it. If you're solo and you're waiting, I'll let you have it. Just give it 2 minutes. There's someone else solo who isn't potentially trapped. He might get up. So just be careful. Good luck. I figured I'd be like, hey look, I'm going. If you have necro, good luck, you know. But yeah, no, I love it. It's so fun. It's such a fun gun. It's just lightweight and fast, and you know, so easy to hit those nice little headshots. And yeah, I think if you haven't tried Carbine yet, maybe you're a newer player, you know, you haven't done much, played around with many guns yet, you totally should try out the Officer Carbine. It's such a fun gun. You know, it's a great gun for when you have no perks, especially just the pistol. It's also just the carbine itself is a great gun. Obviously the regular pistol is also a great gun. But yeah, if you haven't used them, try them. They're brilliant. But that was it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and may your hunts be bountiful.